all just the posing.
Without a word.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So, okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
I am an awkward noodle. I've never hosted a book club, so we can start with non-spoiler, like rating things, and then go into spoilers. So, I guess I can start. This was a reread for me, but on my reread, I gave it 5 stars.
Oh, nice.
That's
Nice,
amazing.
nice.
Yeah. So I ended up not rereading this, but my original reading rating was 3 stars for the book.
This was my first time reading it, and I gave it 4 stars.
Ooh, interesting. This was my first time reading it, and I give it 3.5.
Oh my goodness.
So I
we
have
have
the
a
lowest
book.
rating. Oh my
Sorry.
god. Oh, a dog. How cute. I love
Is
it.
that a Shih Tzu?
It is. It's a baby.
I love them. They're so cute.
I'll be sitting today, so.
I'm gonna pull up my review. Hello.
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 I actually tried. Maybe I took some notes in my book journal. Wait.
What are your unspoilery thoughts?
I really liked the banter between them. Truly. That's all about that's about as much as I can say without spoilers. I really liked the banter.
I really liked the writing style. Like, I tabbed it this time around, and I have many, many tabs.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I loved. I really like her writing style. I think it's really easy to get into. And I think it's like everything in the book made sense. I wasn't ever surprised. Like there was nothing in her writing that surprised me. I was like, okay, this all makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know really what I need to add to this. I also thought the writing style was really fun and quick to read, but also a few times a little bit dragging because these chapters I can remember really long, and I was like,
Yeah.
please make one more chapter, because I'm the type of person, let's read one more chapter before I go to bed, and then it's like 50 pages and like it's a romance. Please.
Yeah.
I think having each chapter like be one character would have made it go faster, I think.
Yeah.
Because they would like divide the chapters into page breaks, and it was always like both their thoughts in a situation. So while I think it gave them like a well-rounded like characterization, I think it made the chapters feel longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason I got through this reread was the audio and having it on.
I listened to it too. It was good. I like the audiobook.
Yes, it was very good.
Maybe that would help.
Yeah. I liked that. So I'm a sucker for like zodiac signs and like horoscopes and stuff. So I liked which one? It was Elle, no?
Yeah. Al.
Yes.
Elle's the astrologer. Yeah. I really like that she like was passionate about it, and that like the way we knew that Darcy was like enjoying spending time with Elle was like she would start reading like the like BuzzFeedy type of quizzes, like, and as a Capricorn, I was like, I understand you, girl. Don't worry.
And I feel like it was a book where the astrology was done well, and not just like, oh, they're a Libra, I can't be with them or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it was done well, and I liked like the personal little like quizzes or different things that they had in there. It feels like it made it more real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Elle's sign?
Oh my
I can't
God.
remember. It's like I feel like for someone who talked about it the whole time,
I honestly can't remember.
Me neither.
I mean,
I think
I thought
she might be a Virgo.
Okay, that would make sense because then she would like believe in their connection. because they're both Earth signs.
Maybe.
If you tell me an air sign, I'm gonna be shocked. I can't remember at all.
I also can't. I'm like.
I don't even know where to look.
It'd be funny if it's never said.
I know
Like-
the author is scared about it though.
She said it.
I think so because if you go on her Instagram, she posts a lot of like the astrology signs for all of the characters in the series,
Okay, I'm gonna go.
as
I'll
well
find
as
it.
like fan casts or different things to kind of get a deeper vibe of the story.
Okay, I'll get it for us.
I feel like
I feel like it has to make sense. It has to be some sort of like what would it maybe written in the stars. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Oh wait, I'm almost at it. Wait, no, just kidding. She was talking about the rest of her chart, not her actual sign.
Exactly. I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious now. I'm like, does she actually have a sign?
she has.
I mean, she has
needs
one.
to. Yeah. She has her fan casts. Oh my god. I'm suspicious of her now.
I think.
Okay. Oh, she's a Pisces sun. Scorpio
okay.
moon, Pisces rising. And that makes so much sense.
The reason why I thought she was a Virgo is because she talks about how she doesn't have very much Virgo in her chart.
Well, that makes sense. She's all water.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
So, and Darcy's a Capricorn sun, Pisces moon, Taurus rising. That makes sense.
There you go.
Everybody else, I don't know who they are yet. Well, except, what was her brother's name?
Brendan,
Brendan, that's it. Yeah.
which I couldn't read Brendan without thinking of Brendan from It Happened One Summer.
hmm
And I was like, this is very much so not the same man.
No.
No, he was so sweet. I liked him.
You have to continue because his book is next, and it's like it's just sweet. I love him as a character. I
Okay.
just love that like
Is his
romance.
Count Your Lucky Stars, or that's the newest one?
That's the newest one with Margot.
Okay. And Margot is Darcy's friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That much I remember.
Yes. And Annie, so it's Annie and Brendan for book 2, and Annie is Darcy's best friend.
I was
Ooh.
so right.
Okay.
She hints at thinking that he's cute all of a sudden, and I was like, is this the second book?
Hmm.
It's good. I've read the whole series.
Oh, okay. Which is this? Okay.
Okay.
Is this one your favorite, or
So on the first read, the only one I rated 5 stars was Brendan's book.
oh,
I think I rated the third one 4.5. But I think, like Zoe said earlier, like the writing, even though it's really pretty and it's like really easy to get into, it does drag a bit at points where you're like, okay, like there could be something happening here. We don't need to be texting this much. I don't need to know what time they sent the text at.
listening to it
Yeah.
on audio, I was, and when you're listening on a 3x speed, it's like Darcy 8:06 8 seconds, smiley face emoji. L 8:06 17 seconds. I was just like, okay.
At least you have a name there. It isn't once to
I
an
guess,
audiobook with just the synonyms for the name. It was the words because it was almost the same, and I was like, "Who's texting what?" I don't understand. It was horrible. But not this
No,
one.
yeah, it was good, but like definitely listening to it on audio, like there's some details where I'm like, okay, it's
You
okay.
can skip this.
We don't need
Yeah.
to read the entire link, www. whatever it was. I was like, it's fine. Like kudos to her.
I didn't
Oh.
read it this month. It's been a while for me. I read it last June, but I really liked it and gave it 4 stars. Yes, I understand. I gave it. My review says originally I gave it 4.5
Okay.
because of the end scene, and that's what I do with romances. I feel like I'll go through it. I'll be like, "This is dragging," and then at the very end, they'll be like, "Oh wait, we love each other," and I'm like, "Okay, 5 stars."
That's cute.
I liked that there wasn't another epilogue though. Like there's
Mhm.
no epilogue. I was like, thank you. I don't need one.
Like
I'm
they
good.
just been here.
Mhm.
What's cute is though, like throughout the series, you see them from the friend's point of view. And so it's really fun to kind of get to see the characters more, but not have it be their story.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like something like that in all kind of books. If you see persons again, but of different perspectives, that's cute. I love that.
I
So
that was part of what I liked too about this one. Like you were saying, Dorothy, like you're able to see like inklings of what the next books will be, and it's like that's really fun. While also still like focusing on your two main characters, but understanding how everybody relates. Um, and like in the beginning, when Darcy was complaining to Annie on the phone, I was like, oh, who's like, why do we need to know this character's name? Like, I was just like, whatever. But then you're like, okay, a little brother romance up and coming.
Like
What
I
did
see
we
you.
think about the first scene? I was like, okay, Darcy,
I
like you have a
hate
migraine, relax. Like, I don't know.
I hated Darcy within the first like 2 seconds of her being on the page. I was like, of course. And then I literally was like, oh, this isn't the love interest. We're good. And then I kept reading and I was like, oh, wait a
Mhm.
second.
yeah,
Never mind.
I was not that mad about the scene. I think, I mean, if you meet someone new, I'm also a very judging person. I
Yeah.
don't really think good of a person first. I try to be open minded, but I'm also like suspicious. Like, what is the deal with you? So I was not really mad about Darcy doing or handling the situation like that. But I totally understand also L point that she was like, okay, um, it's totally fine. We don't need to like each other, but it's okay. It's okay. But it's done here, and that's why I. This is why that was the reason because I gave this in the end 3 stars because how the story goes on after that, I was always like, but why? Like I had just a big why in my head why Elle wants to go through this and also Darcy just for a lie. It was yeah.
Hmm. This was like my first, not like fake dating necessarily, but like the first time where I was like, okay, the fake dating, I kind of need to like expand my making sense of this fake dating because like while I understood why Darcy lied, I think it was like, oh, you really have to expand your disbelief to like understand why Elle went along with it too. Because like I get
Yeah.
why, and like Darcy's I think makes a bit more sense because she wants her brother to back off. Um, but I definitely was like, okay, like I guess it kind of
Uh,
makes sense, but
yeah. Normally I'm a total sucker for fake dating. I love that trope. I think it's such a cute way. But this was the first time I think I read a fake dating situation that was created not in a good relationship between the two of them. Normally, it's like they are both like friends or something happens. Also, like how was it called? Take a hint, Danny Brown. That book. It was cute. It was fun. They were friends, so it was hard for me to understand why they're hating each other so much, and still doing this.
Yeah.
I think it's sorry, my microphone was so far away. I think it's also like the Pride and Prejudice part about it. I think like you're trying to like establish Darcy as a more like hard-headed character, and Elle is supposed to be like more, I guess, romantic in a sense. And I think it went well for Darcy, and I appreciate that Alexandria Bellfleur was not like shy to make her a bit like tough to handle at the beginning because I think you're supposed to be a little bit like suspicious. I think of her like with Darcy in Pride and Prejudice as well, Mr. Darcy. I was like, we're first name basis now. What did we think of like Elle as a character then?
Oh, I loved her.
I
She
love
was
that.
so dorky. I was
Mhm.
like, yes. I I agree with you, ma'am. I am also stupidly dorky like you.
I like Darcy so much more.
I also like Darcy more.
It was I honestly I thought of myself, if I was in this situation, I think I would do the same as Darcy. But I would never created a whole fake dating scene. I would just be
Yeah.
like to Brandon, please stop. I don't care. Leave me alone, please. Thank you. But
Yeah, I think because I like Darcy, I think is a very stereotypical, like Alexandria Bellfleur is writing her very stereotypically like Capricorn. So there's like hard head, difficult to like get into, and like very like career and money driven, and that's like very big stereotypes of Capricorns. And I think that I related to Darcy in that sense, where it's like you do come off like abrasive in the beginning because you have like that wall. So I think I appreciated Darcy, and like I was thinking like, okay, if I myself was set up on a date, um would I have ordered the most expensive wine on the menu? Probably not, because I'm not paying for it. But I think Elle would have came off like a lot. I would have been like, oh my gosh, okay, like it's fine that you spilled water on me. But I think I would have been more honest about like having a migraine. I think that's okay. Like there was no, they could have rescheduled. Like I was just like, it's okay. They didn't have to do this date. Or was there a reason? Like was there a reason that Darcy didn't cancel? I can't remember. Or she just like wanted to get it over with.
I think she just wanted to get it over with.
She's like, okay, then I'll go on this date if you leave me alone. And
Yeah.
I agree with Marvin. I like them both. I think, having read a lot of romance, Darcy gets more of the romance plot line where it's like,
Yeah.
she has her fear of falling in love and what it is, and then you kind of work through that by the end. And Elle has more of a like personal growth where it's like, okay, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm separating myself from my family and not going to let them define who I am. And so I feel like I relate to both of them. I have a Capricorn moon, so I see parts of Darcy in me, but I also am a Leo sun. So I'm like, it's complicated, but I feel like they're fun, but I feel like Darcy's an easier character to understand because you get that romance arc.
Fair.
That's true. I didn't think about it that way. That's true.
But I actually really like the personal growth of Elle in the book.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
but I was also really excited that it also happened a little bit with the help of Darcy. Like she was like grumpy and like Mr. Darcy and Pride and Prejudice, and then she helped her a little bit. I was like, okay, that's cute.
Yeah, especially when they went home for the Thanksgiving. Like I think you really see that part of Elle that's like where she gets her like insecurities from is like being at home, and like Darcy, I think, being more secure in herself, where it's like it's not a personal growth from Darcy. It's like she's already like well established in like what she appreciates, and then defending Elle, because it's like, well, what do I care then? Like we're fake dating, so I might as well just defend her because she deserves it, which I thought was really cute.
The Thanksgiving scene, just I was almost crying because I was like, this is so sad.
Yeah.
To just have your family just belittle you completely. I was just like, poor Elle. Like truly poor Elle.
Yeah.
So sad.
And I think that that's probably the biggest turning point in the book, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, like right after they like go on another date,
they
like
kiss
a
real
little,
like separate thing from this.
Yeah.
It's where you see that turn in Darcy's feelings from like, oh, like she's attractive and I feel something for her because she's attractive, to like, oh, I recognize what she's feeling and I want to protect her. I want to make sure she's happy, and I have these feelings for her that I can't separate from her attraction.
Yeah. And I think it's cute because like Elle is that hopeless romantic. So you're like, oh, well, she like says it from the first page, and she's like, oh, she's so pretty, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, at having Darcy admit it, I think around the same time that you see Elle trying to establish herself and her insecurities and like in her job and to her family, and they're like both having these realizations at the same time, I think was really cute because they're like kind of what like you said, they have different goals from like in a romance book genre wise, but they're like growing together in those separate roles
Yeah.
together. I thought that was really nice. I really like the setting. um I thought it was cute, and I think it makes sense because they're like in a techie city for them both to have like these like, not that Darcy's is like tech focused, but these like sciency like um tech careers,
Yeah.
and that they're succeeding like with this idea of starting an astrology like app and articles and stuff like that. I think it makes sense for it to be in Seattle. Did the next ones take place in Seattle?
Yeah, they all take place.
Okay. So that means that her friend, Darcy's friend, comes back.
Nice.
Okay. Interesting. Suddenly, I'm intrigued. I wonder how I'm going to feel about the second one.
I'm hopeful that you love it,
Oh,
or at least like it.
yeah. Because it's like my first. Like I read romance, but like now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try. I want to like learn the tropes. I think like Pride and Prejudice is a big one. Fake dating or these like kind of tropes are like very popular, and I think like for the first time of like reading a popular romance with this, I had a really great time.
We love a good fake dating trope in romance.
We
It's
do.
It's so much fun.
it's so ridiculous too. 'Cause it's like,
Yeah,
why?
I think that's what it is.
Why are we doing
Yeah.
it?
Like, you're an adult. You don't have like. Why does it matter?
Yeah, that's what I meant by like to extend my disbelief, because I was just like, all right, well, I guess this makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm gonna say it's completely unrealistic because sometimes it happens in life. Or I don't know, but I was in a girls' school. You don't want to know how much fake dating happened, but not with like a real person. It was like completely created.
Oh,
Like fake dating. I think it's fun. Not really in real life because sometimes it's happened with fraud, so it's not that fun in real life. But
Yep.
in books, it's fun.
and what made you give Written in the Stars 3 stars? Right.
So yeah, I
If you love fake dating, I'm just
yeah,
curious.
I think the biggest point for me was for the fact that why the fake dating happened, because I think it was not really understandable for me, at least. I think the whole situation could be clear with a sit-down conversation between Darcy and her brother, how boundaries are working, and if she is ready for a relationship because of what happened to her, that it's totally fine. And she should go on a date whenever she's ready to go on a date again.
Yeah, that was something
because-
I didn't understand of Brandon. I was like,
Yes,
bro,
yes,
relax.
and also he knows what happened. I mean,
Mm.
we as a reader, we don't know right in the beginning. I think this was also something that bothers me a little bit, that we just realized so late what happened to Darcy. I
Mm.
think we got chapters from her perspective. I think there were
Yeah.
few. So I was like also a little bit mad. And this is a little bit pity, but I hate Harry Potter reference
Mhm,
Yes.
in books,
mhm.
especially in queer books. So when it happened, I was like, please stick to astrology. Thank you. And it was not really that I give this like 1 star less because of it, but there were a few things here and there where I was like, okay, I did not enjoy this as much as other books, but I still want to read the rest of the series. So I think for other fake dating books that I read, this was not a favorite of mine. But I understand why people are liking this.
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, Lucy.
Said that she gave it 4.5 stars when she read it, and she just didn't like the third act, but liked the fake dating.
Can you remind me what the third act was?
So they come out of the Christmas party, and what happens is Darcy's mom confronts her and is like,
Oh
"You
yeah.
love her."
And then
Oh.
Darcy's
Oh.
like, "No, I don't."
Like,
And Elle
never.
overhears it.
This is something too with romance books that I've noticed, like how involved the parents are. I'm like, if my mom would be, I know you like her, I would be like, what? Like, you live in another state. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I guess
I
it's like to show that they're like really in love and like it's so obvious to everyone. I was just
yeah.
like, Mom, like leave her alone.
Honestly, like everyone was noticeable that everyone noticed that they both are in love. I honestly had a hard time to see when they crossed the line of I really like her, I love
Mhm.
her, I'm falling in love with her, because I was like also with the how they are attracted to each other. I was like, when did this happen? I
Mhm.
was going back. I was like, what did I miss? Since when we have here sexual attraction? What
I
happened?
think they were always into each other. Like I think Elle says it in the first chapter. Like she's like, "Oh, she's so pretty," blah blah blah. And then
Mhm.
like in the other chapters, Darcy's kind of like, she was quirky and weird, but like she was pretty. I have to admit. And like they're always
Yeah,
like mentioned that they have this attraction, but they're not like acting on it, especially because Elle's like bitter for how Darcy treated her at the restaurant. But I think like there's always like a sentence here and there where they're like, "But you know, she's
Yeah.
pretty."
maybe I was just blind. This is what happened because
They
like
are very
when I
like
read it that she said, "Oh, she's pretty," I was like, "Okay, she's like a pretty person."
no, she's pretty.
Oh, okay, I'm going
The
blind in
wink.
my life.
And I feel
I
like,
mean,
go ahead.
Darcy does tell her that she likes her, but in a very roundabout way
Yeah.
because she compares her to cilantro. Because at Thanksgiving, she gets compared to cilantro. And then Darcy's like, well, I like cilantro.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
So,
I
And I
didn't
like
think
how
that was
it
cute.
came back in the end when she was like, "I bought you this cilantro plant," because
That's true.
like I like that rounded about in that way. And I feel like their feelings, it was easier because of Elle's personality to say
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Elle likes you. Elle has these feelings." But I feel like Darcy needed somebody to verbalize it for her to be like, "Oh, wait, that's a thing that I can do after the pain of my last breakup."
mhm.
Um, and
Yeah,
I feel
she's
like
like cilantro. They made me a poet.
I feel like the moment where like for Darcy, it was inside and she wasn't realizing it, but like one of those moments was the Christmas tree
Hmm.
and Darcy being like, "I wanted to talk to you," and then crying, and Elle just saying like, "I'm going to drop everything and take care of you because you take care of everybody else. Who's going to take care of you?"
Yeah, that was really cute.
That was so cute. I love that she didn't go anywhere really. She just went to the thrift store, which like okay, but why would the thrift store have a Christmas tree? But it was cute nonetheless. I was like, I'm gonna let it go.
It was definitely sweet.
Yeah. And I think but the both of them, everything that they did was like in their own way. So
Yeah.
I think like the Elle's way of like thinking, speaking, and acting is very um like forward, and Darcy, it's very like you said, Dorothy, like very roundabout. Like it was
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, like I like cilantro, like I also may like you, like it who knows, take it as you would.
Mhm.
So they're both very like um direct to their personalities. I think from the beginning, like I don't think either one of them changed personality wise, which I also think is really important because sometimes you read romance and it's like for them to fall in love, one of the romantic actors in the relationship needs to change. Whether it's like they're like brooding and gruff, but then they're like only for you I'll be, and like sometimes that works, you're like, oh, only for me. But in this one, like they never change. They're very consistent. They just like end up communicating and working together in like a way that works for both of them.
Mhm.
And I think that that scene like really shows where it's like, oh my god, this like means so much. And I thought that was really cute. I think that's my thoughts. Was there another cute scene that we're forgetting?
Well, I just wanted to share my beautiful annotations right
Yes.
here, in which it's just mainly the whole page, and then
What
down
page?
to
Tell us.
it's 238. It's they're like asking each other out, essentially, and then I wrote on the side screaming in all caps, and then I had just have tell her, and then yes Darcy, and then just because I was like, this is what I was waiting for. Thank you very much.
And you know what? Now that you brought up this page, like there's one part where Elle is like, "Oh my god, you like me," and then it's like the whole time we're like, "Yeah, obviously."
Like, come on, Elle.
Pay
That's
attention.
why she's asking.
Maybe you don't understand, but that's what it is. And I think that Elle's innocence is also really cute. In this, like they're just so different.
They're sweet.
Yeah.
I also just realized I didn't need chapter 15 to be mainly text messages to start.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Text messages are fun, but not that many.
Yeah. The audiobook, that was when I was like, I am gonna lose my mind. Especially at like 2.5 speed. I was like, okay. We could just do Darcy L, Darcy L, Darcy L. We don't need the times. And I'm also happy, like, speaking of the text messages, that they like communicate over text, because I think that made it like really realistic of like today. Because I think sometimes like it dates your books, I guess, but I find like in contemporary like romance books, I think it's fine to like be more realistic. Like they're not gonna bump into each other every day at a Christmas tree farm and a bookstore. You know,
Sorry,
like even
you
though
said
that's
Christmas Tree
cute,
Farm, and I thought of Love Light Farms, and I was like,
even if it's cute, like I think it was realistic that they're like texting. And I think and then I think the amount of texting and how it increases demonstrates like their love for one another.
Yes.
Which I think was cute. And I think it's realistic. Like there's nobody I text more than like my partner, you know? So
same. My partner's the only person that I actually consistently text.
yeah, exactly. I liked cute text. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like because they're adults and the author is an adult, she's like, this is how adults speak. Because I find like texting can be cringe when it's like teenagers, because I'm like, never once in my life did I speak like this.
Yes.
And I feel like you still get to see like their personalities with their text.
Yeah, like Ella's like,
yeah.
so excited to see you, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, exploding emojis, and they're just like, yes.
Yeah. Which is exactly, it is them in a nutshell, for sure.
And I was just like, this is so funny. Like they're, and then like the Elle doesn't really care. Like I think that was cute too. Like she understands the way Darcy's personality is, so she's not like, oh my god, she sent me a period. Like she's just like, yeah, sure, laughing emoji. It's just like she's so energetic. That's it. I think I would have given this 5 stars if there was a bit more. I feel like just the fact that I have like little moments to talk about, but not like super. But sometimes you just want a fun book. But I think for me, I'm like, oh, maybe I would have liked something a bit more, like maybe getting more about Darcy's like. Not more, I was going to say trauma, not to have more of her trauma, but like more of like her history and why she's, because we understand, but I feel like maybe having more frequent talks about it would have made it feel more well-rounded in that aspect of why it affects her so much. I think that's where I landed at a 3.5. But sometimes I'm picky and I'm like, you should stop being picky and just like enjoy things. So that's how I felt.
Even though the chapters were so long, it was like we were getting so much of what was happening in a single moment. And the switching back and forth in point of views would be like, okay, like this is this person at this point and this is this person at this point, but we're not really seeing them separate from being together.
Yeah.
And it would have added something to have the characters be like, okay, like we can be separate from each other.
Yeah.
It might just be a me thing, but I don't like when it changes perspective in the middle of a chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really struggle with that because I'm like, if I didn't see this one little thing that told me it was this person, I would continue believing it was the other person. And like that's another reason like I DNF'd a book recently because she just kept switching characters mid chapter and I was like, you're taking me out of the story that's going on in this person's head. Just keep me there.
Yeah. I also hate that.
I think it was done well in this one because like the sections were like long enough, and I think that Alexandria Bellfleur like established it like well within the first chapter. So it was either like a day or like a time skip, or they have a dialogue right away, so you like understand the perspective. But yeah, it is something in romance books that like I'm not sure, or even like sometimes it happens in fantasy books too, where it's just I'm just like it makes it feel like there's too much happening sometimes, and I think she balanced it well in this book. I think I would have preferred if they were separate chapters, but I think that's just for pacing. It would have made it easier. I think she did a fine job, like where she separated things.
And what did we think about the smut scenes?
Ooh.
Great.
I don't
Fantastic.
remember.
I liked it.
I just remember screaming. I was like, yes, it's happening. Thank God.
Yeah.
Was just really rooting for them.
Yeah. I feel like this is one of the first like major traditionally published like sapphic romances.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like, whoa, but in a good way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually a little bit surprised of how much detail we got.
Yeah.
Because I read more sapphic romance, but normally it's not that much detailed. So especially for traditional published, I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, I agree. I was definitely like not like fully surprised, but I was very happy that it's like a traditionally published book with this.
Yeah. I appreciated it.
Yeah, and I haven't read like a lot of romance to know like in traditional books, like traditionally published books, is it less or more than like indie books? Like I'm assuming less.
It depends
Okay.
on the author. A lot of authors will you'll either get like just one and it's kind of descriptive, or it's a fade to black. Whereas like indie, oftentimes they go there.
Yeah.
They're like, for example, Praise by Sarah Kate, it goes there the whole time.
Interesting. You say. Interesting.
Let's take notes.
Write this down.
It's a good book, not gonna lie. But like also I like the girl was sitting in a chair while like there's a window to be watched, to have people watch her have things happen to her. It's like I wasn't expecting this, but here we are.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's a thing.
And another thing I like was in the very beginning when it straight up on page, Elle in her thoughts was like bisexual, but yeah, it's like thank you for defining or just like not being afraid to say, like state their sexuality.
Yeah,
like this is good. It feels like the rep is more honest that way.
Yeah, and I think like because it was so natural, even like for both of them, I think you could tell like Alexandria Bellfleur took like the time to really like put love into at least the way that they want to establish themselves. and it's both characters saying like their intentions rather than like it just being like, oh, you know, they're just two girls. Like at least like their sexualities are established by the characters themselves.
Yeah.
And is Alexandria Bellfleur queer?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I think it makes sense because she took that time and care to do that. Only the best.
It was super fun. So,
I love how I went to the back of the book for her author bio. Like it would tell me.
Listen, I'll be honest, I did the same. I was like,
It was like,
is she?
does it say? Not sure.
Yeah.
I always hope that the authors are,
Oh yeah, for sure.
because
For sure.
otherwise it would feel weird.
Yes.
Yeah, it would feel creepy if it was a dude who's not queer at all, being like, "Let me just write a sapphic romance real quick."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
No.
we would probably be able to tell. Like, I think
Oh, yeah.
that's like that was like my main point too, where it's like it's obvious because I think if like she wasn't queer, like it wouldn't. I don't think it would have came off as natural.
Yeah.
With like I think that's and like for a debut, I think this was really good. Like just as like an off caveat, like I think she did a really good job with like her first romance. Has she written anything else besides this? Is it a trilogy?
it's a trilogy. Her fourth book is coming out, and it's another sapphic romance with, I think it's maybe Marriage of Convenience. It's called The Fiancé Farce.
Yeah, I have it saved on my Amazon wish list. Hold on.
This
Let me
is
look.
a beautiful cover.
It is. It's really pretty.
It comes out in April. Just saying.
Yes.
Just saying we don't have a book chosen.
Comes out in April, guys.
Yes, I
Putting-
think it's marriage.
Putting that out there. And is it like historical? It looks historical, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it
Well,
looks historical.
The plot is that one of the girls is a model for book covers, for like historical book covers, and tells her family like, "Oh yeah, I am with this person," and then all of a sudden they're in each other's lives, and they're like, "Okay, well, let's fake our engagement."
There are
Okay.
extra models for that. I always thought it's just Photoshop. Just put a face on a body.
You
No,
want to
it's
know what
like
I did notice
Fabio.
though?
That's why he got famous. Sorry.
Oh, that's true. One of the guys for the Twisted Love non-discreet cover is like on the cover of a different book that's really popular, and I was like, "Sir, what are you doing here? It's like the same picture. Like exactly the same picture." And I was like, "What?
Mm.
This is you're not supposed to be here."
It's supposed to be here.
I mean, every time I read a historical romance book with a half-naked man on the front cover and a girl,
Oh my god, yeah.
it's
It's real. Exactly. They're posing.
It's real. Like you get
Not
to
another will. Oh god.
A
Just
will?
reread. There's a will involved in the fiance fire, so I was like, "Oh god, I just finished
Love a
the
good
final
will.
offer. I just finished the Dreamland Billionaires. I don't know if I'm ready for another will."
I mean, you have 2 months to recover from that.
You're right.
Yeah. Just don't read another one
Yeah.
True.
until April.
You're right.
You're like, sorry,
You're right.
you even a mention of it, you're like, no,
No,
get out of here. DNF for now.
There better not be no wills involved in the Zodiac Academy. I tell you,
guys,
what.
I'm so excited to read this.
I'm actually so scared.
I'm already 158 pages in. I started it yesterday.
Oh my god.
I've already started tabbing it. You guys, I don't know what we're reading.
I'm so excited.
There's also someone called Darcy.
Yes.
Oh man. I didn't know that.
She's one of the twins.
Oh my god.
Actually, I found my TBR video And I never read the back of the Zodiac Academy, and I just read it there.
I
And
literally have no idea.
I'm so mad that my video is blurry because my reaction after I read the synopsis
It's perfect.
was so fun. I was like,
Put it
what the hell is
anyways.
going on in this book?
Put it anyways. It'll be funny. And like if you re-record it.
I'm ready for this. I am so ready.
I mean,
From what I've already told Zoe from just in our Discord, she was
oh my
like,
god.
excuse me?
Yeah, I read this on the toilet and I was like,
Oh my god, I'm
Oh my
so excited.
Literally, if
I
you
mean-
look, I have so many blue and orange tabs, which are why am I reading this? And but why?
I'm so happy.
Why are we doing this in the book?
I'm
who
so
picked this
happy.
out?
Me. I'm
And
so
I backed her up
happy.
because I owned it.
I'm so happy
I'm-
because I want to laugh so much.
Honestly,
Oh, you're going to
I read
within the first 2 chapters.
I hope I love it.
I just picked this up and I was reading. I picked this up and firstly I read the bottom first and not the text above it, and then I was like, "Oh, this sounds interesting." And I read I'm a Gemini. I was like,
2 horoscope books in 2 months.
We're ready. We gotta switch the third. Just find another one.
Well, guys, if we love this book so much, we have
No, I don't know
9
if I'm-
books to go through.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna finish this, and depending on how I like the rest of the 300-ish pages, I might just DNF the series because I really don't know how I.
Do you
if
have the
I'm-
other books?
No,
Oh, okay.
I only bought the first one. I was like, I'm not gonna put myself through
I-
this pain.
I honestly hope that I don't like this because I'm not ready for another commitment of a 9 long book series. And the last
And they
one
get
is
longer.
over 1,000 pages
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
I
I'm
can't do
ready.
it. I need to
I
hate
hope we
this.
all give it 5 stars.
I
I can't.
yes.
I'm
I
telling
hope-
you right now, Kelsey, I am not giving this book 5 stars based on the 158 pages I've already read.
Who knows?
There is cheek licking, unconsensual cheek
Here's
licking.
the thing. Here's the thing.
Of what
Was it
type of
fun?
school are we talking about? Are there
It's like a
adults?
college. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay,
18
okay.
when they
Okay.
are.
Is this all our first time, by the way?
Mhm.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, yes.
This is gonna be insane.
I'm the type that I'm gonna give it 5 stars just because I enjoy it.
You guys don't understand how much I want to love this, unironically. And if I love it, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm going in this with positive vibes only. No
So-
negative vibes.
The only expectations I went in with is because Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte has read them
hmm
and was like, they're not written the best, but they sure are a good time. And I was like, okay. And then I got to like when they get to where they have to go, and I was like, why?
Can we talk for a short moment of how much both authors wrote so far
Yeah.
in their life?
Oh
2
my God.
pages.
Guys, we have so much backlog. to go
We do. We're gonna have to get through.
I don't know if I could do that.
The brutal boys of Everlake Prep.
Okay.
The ruthless boys of the Zodiac.
Kings of Quarantine. This
Ah!
Dead Man Walking?
I
Oh,
can't.
stop.
This is
Stop.
good.
Reverse harem dark romance contemporary series. Good lord.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Darkmoor Penitentiary. Caged Wolf, Alpha Wolf, Feral Wolf.
Wait. Zodiac Academy. Bully romance series set in the world of Solaria 5 years after Dark Fae. Dark
There's-
Fae is another series from them.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's in the same
Guys,
world.
we have a prequel series.
They did-
I'm being really
Good.
I'm being really positive.
I can't.
Nobody I know that has ever mentioned this series has ever talked about the other series. So I'm just gonna take it that we don't have to read it.
I
Dark
really
Fae.
might end up reading The Awakening as told by the boys because I'm so confused by all of their intentions, all of their motivations, literally
I'm-
everything.
You know what I want to read? Is Zodiac Academy novellas The Big Ass Party.
Oh, you're gonna find out what that is. Really weird.
Oh, I'm excited.
I
The fact that they
wanted to
pick
know.
ass also is really funny to me because they definitely don't realize it.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't wait to like love this. I'm gonna be like
There's a
laughing the whole time.
vampire
Thinking of Zoe.
series.
I think there's vampires in this series. I think
There
it has
is.
everything. There's
also
fae, there's vampires,
okay.
Werewolves.
This plays 5
Werewolves.
years.
there's werewolves.
Okay, let me get
I
back
love
to the
werewolves.
So
let me
this
get back to the
plays-
breakdown.
Is it like Crave but for adults?
Oh, God, don't bring up Crave. I don't want to ever think about that freaking book ever again.
IDNF Crave of the 5%.
I've never
That
read
was a
it.
smart
I've never
choice.
read Crave.
I wish I would have made that choice.
Are the werewolves hot?
That I don't know yet.
So there's
Whoa.
mentions of so they're mysterious, you're saying.
Correct. I don't know a for sure werewolf yet, but I'm pretty sure I know which one is. And he might
Is he
be
bad boy?
responsible.
Is he a bad boy?
He might be responsible for the unconsensual cheek licking that's
Oh.
happened.
Okay.
You know,
But we
I mean,
have
fully
we,
wrong.
werewolves.
It's a
we
bully
have
romance, so-
vampires.
Yeah, I know there's vampires and fae. I didn't know there was
Yes.
werewolves.
There are specific orders of the Fae. So we have vampires, sirens, dragons, manticore,
Say less.
griffin, Pegasus, werewolf, hydra, chimera, minotaur, medusa, centaur, cyclops, sphinx, and harpy. And those are just all the ones I know how to pronounce.
The fact
That's why the last book
Pegasus-
is 1,200 pages long. Because there are too many creatures.
and that there's two authors. They're like, we need two brains.
Can't pick.
I'm ready.
I'm so I'm hoping like my excitement makes me love it.
I can't wait for you guys to start. And when you get to the cheek licking, you gotta let me know. I need someone. I need
Okay.
someone to know what I've
No problem.
been going through.
No problem. I'm on it.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Oh, this book is going to be so bad.
Now we transition into my beauty. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I have the second volume, so if I'm really into it this month, I'll be like, oh.
I
You
also
don't know
have-
what sucks though? I did buy the audiobook for the second one. And it was on sale.
Zoe, where's the second book? I hope you unironically love it too. I hope you do.
Watch
I
me
feel
get
like
to the live show in March, and Zoe's like, "So guys, I gave this one.
This was
star.
the best book I. Oh no,
I
not
hated
one
it.
star.
Let me tell you everything why. I hated
She
it.
will. She will. I have hope that Zoe will like it, but I know deep inside.
I don't even know why I bought the physical copy of it.
For the memories. Every time you look at that book after, you'll be like, what a great time I had.
I did get our March book in though, which I'm really excited about.
Ooh! I'm
I
so
haven't bought it
excited too.
yet. It's gonna
It
be my first one from that author. I've never read
Same.
anything from
Let
her
me get it.
before.
Like, I own other books by her, but I have not picked them up.
It's so beautiful.
It's so cute. It's also so short.
It's cute. I have this in my
Oh
ebook.
God,
What?
the font is so small.
That's why it's so
I
small.
love a small font.
Oh boy.
But I think the audio's on Scrib.
I mean, that's the whole reason why I bought it on Kindle. So
Yeah.
I can read it. But I really like the spoiler that series.
261 pages.
That's good. That's a good
Okay,
one.
so like because of the small writing, it's probably like let's say an extra 100 pages if it was like
Yeah.
normal size font.
hmm
Like very small, it's very small.
I mean, it's not as small as Zodiac Academy. Which, by the way, they really are packing in how many freaking words they can get on a page, but it's definitely not normal sized.
Okay. Okay.
Is it UK paperback?
This was Amazon self-published,
Oh, okay.
so I'm pretty sure this is just Amazon binding.
Oh, I have to say I love the feel of Amazon binding
It's
books.
so soft.
It's so soft. I'm like obsessed with them. Maybe I'll buy it now to get myself prepared.
It's only $2.99.
Ah.
Well, in US dollars.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what it is in Canadian. Oh, it's on sale.
Oh,
But I think it's just 20 US. But in Canada, it's a crazy deal right now.
Oh,
I don't know if I have anything left to say. Just that I'm very excited.
Yes.
Yeah. I have nothing left to say. I'm really tired.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
true.
it's true.
You
You
worked
worked
today.
a full shift today. Here, Finn wants to say hello.
Finn.
Hello, Finn.
Ah, another animal.
Come here.
Hello,
Say
Finn.
hi.
Hello.
Hi,
You
cutie.
Oh, you're purring?
Hmm.
Oh,
It's like,
Okay.
bye.
it's 4
that
minutes
was
until
not bad.
dinner time.
Ah.
This stream is over.
He's
Finn
like,
said.
let's
If you
go.
do that, you're gonna get hurt. Stop. Stop.
He's like,
Stop.
no. I do what I want.
I will hold you
Let me
whichever way I
free.
have to. Now he's a baby.
Just a baby.
Hmm.
Hi.
He's like, fine.
I want a cat too. And a dog.
Same.
I don't care if I have allergies. I can
She's trying to
live
play
with
with
it.
my hair.
Hmm.
Hi. He will be 9 months old this month.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know. Look
'Cause
how
he's big,
freaking
yeah.
chonky he is. Yeah, you're a chonky boy. Yeah. That's okay though. It's just because mom can't not give you a treat every day.
He's like, I live a good life here.
He really does. He gets the whole couch to himself.
Exactly. Next month, who wants to host this beautiful book on their channel?
I feel like it should be you, Kelsey.
Oh my god, guys.
Yes.
Listen, I didn't want to say it.
Yes, you did. Don't lie to us. You did.
Okay, perfect. So it'll be on my channel.
I'll be there in a moment.
If I hate it, I'm gonna be so sad.
Watch, we come to the live, and Kelsey's like, so.
Zoe's like 5 stars. I'm like,
Imagine.
I try to be open-minded. I know my experience with TikTok books is not good. We all know that. Wait. Wasn't there a scenario where I told, especially you, Kelsey, that I don't want to read any TikTok book ever again?
yeah, probably. And I was like, here I come.
And Kelsey said, well, that's not going to work for our friendship. Let me just.
Yeah,
We
I
need
think
to
I
hate
already
things
break.
together.
Yeah, I think I already break that
Yeah,
promise to myself a month later.
exactly. There you go.
And I hated the book, I think, probably.
Shh. Have
So, okay.
positive vibes.
I'm positive.
This is a 5-star read.
I think we'll also have more to say.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like this is gonna be a wild like Written in the Stars was like super like nice and sweet and like normal.
Oh, I'm going to dissect the magic system in this. I'm going to be like, this is why I don't like the book.
The
I mean,
Pegasus.
Written in the Stars, it is a traditional published romance
That's
book.
true.
Yeah.
This
One,
is mayhem.
this is a self-published
Gold
fantasy
mine.
series about zodiacs, but also vampires, werewolves, and all of the things
Fairies.
that happens in the magical world.
Medusas.
Written by 2 authors. It only can be horrible.
Oh, I can't wait.
I am also really excited.
See? Okay.
I've literally written the ick is strong.
Shh. Don't encourage Zoe.
Stop listening.
We have to want her to love it.
Okay. Maybe I'll be changed by the 200 pages.
I think you will.
I'm hopeful.
The Geminis They'll come.
But the only thing I can say so far is I really like the
Yeah.
artwork.
That's
looks
the
I don't know
spirit,
if
Zoe.
I don't know if I like it to read white and black in a book. What do you
It's not
see?
horrible.
It's only
'Cause
one
it's-
page, so I
yeah,
can
exactly.
survive that.
Yeah, they were trying to be fancy with their chapter starters.
I mean, it looks
have
fancy.
you all read the disclaimer that's on the inside of the book?
Yeah. Did you
It's
see
really
the world
funny.
map? This is so blurry.
There's a world map? I didn't see the map.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did I skip over the map? Oh my god, I did. Oh god.
You didn't see this blurry map?
You know what? I must have looked at it once and then went, I don't need to see it again.
It's the most horrible thing that I ever saw in my entire life, and I saw a lot of things.
It looks like they downloaded a bad Google image.
Yes, and try to make it bigger.
Mhm.
I'm so excited.
I also hate that one of the words or places is in the crack of the book. Like how I'm supposed to see it.
Oh, you mean the
going on
Luna
there?
Leisure?
And one of the a chamber
Oh,
There's
you're
also
right.
shades
You're
in
right.
there.
Cut off here. You
You're
can't
and
right.
some
even see it.
hole, the orb.
Just
oh
as
yeah,
a
no,
guess.
there's a gap.
It's cut here. Like
Yeah.
there's something there.
It's so
Air
beautiful.
covet, I think.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go into my local Barnes and Noble because I'm going there on Tuesday anyway, and I'm gonna look at the other books to see if the map is still that bad.
I have the second book.
Oh, please look. Please tell us right now if the map is still this bad. If it is, that's really disappointing. Also, I would like to say that I love that this is one of the only popular book series that's been featured on TikTok that is just not being picked up by a traditional publisher at all. I kind of find that a little funny.
I mean, it's horrible.
First of all, initial thoughts. The font, completely different. No
Oh,
consistency.
thank God.
No consistency.
Oh, amazing.
Second of
Great.
all, the map is small. They're like, we're not stretching this time.
Okay, what's in the bottom right of the picture?
Yeah.
It's air.
Which one?
By the air house?
Because it's cut off on
Wait,
my
wait, wait.
map.
I
The
think it might be Air Cove.
It's Air Cove.
Great.
But the map does like kind of end there. They weren't too stretchy.
They were like,
But they
"We really
got rid of
show you the rest of
they got rid of their full pagers. Disappointing.
Oh,
And
darn.
Completely redid every facet of this book. This one's maybe is about Leos. By a guess.
Oh my god.
You know what?
many
I
books
guess
are
I
out
never
there?
really looked at this and thought, oh, that's the sign of a Gemini.
Yeah, they're
How many
twins.
books are out? 9?
9. I think 8, and I think the
Oh my
9.
god. How many books will come? I think they will do for every zodiac sign. One book.
Okay, Zoe, you read all of the Ice Planet Barbarian series. So
No,
I think
I've
you
read not all of them.
Okay, but you read like
book
20?
10.
Okay.
No, 9.
Oh, there are 9, including the As Told by the Boys book.
The Awakening as Told by the Boys.
Yeah.
This is a retelling of book 1.
Yeah.
Out of
Oh
books
my
I've
God.
It's a
read, so
complete retelling of this, but
From
from
the
the male perspective, which I
Uh-huh.
don't
That's what we
think I'm-
need.
No.
That's what we wanted.
No. Mm-mm.
So it's like Twilight, but what was the
Midnight Sun.
Midnight Sun.
Oh,
It was the most horrendous book I ever read in my entire life, and I enjoyed every single bit of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel like I'm gonna be with this book. Okay, so Zodiac Academy 9 didn't come out yet. So there's
so
the 8th book, Sorrow and Starlight, that came out. Oh, these titles. I love it. Heartless Sky. The Big Ass Party. That's my favorite one. And I need to read it. But it's 5.5, so I have to wait and see if I can continue. Shadow
Great.
Princess. The Reckoning.
Goodness.
Oh,
I just, I'm really gonna be interested to see how time works here and how fast we're gonna get through time. Like, because like in Crave, for example, Crave is like, oh, it's like a couple months, and then like there's a time jump, and it's like a couple months later. For the second one, even though I DNF the second one within 2 seconds. But like I'm wondering if this is going to cover just like their first semester or something. Because like
You never know.
I should learn for a test. But I think I might start the first chapter of this book.
Look, guys, we got her. We got her.
Kelsey's like, I'm so excited.
We got her.
I'm going to read this book. I try my best to not to DNF this.
I believe
can't
in you.
promise
You know,
anything.
Don't DNF unless like you're really struggling. I'm not gonna force you.
Also, it's really short chapters. I like that.
Yeah,
it's pretty short
exactly.
chapters.
Okay.
And it switches perspective every
Yeah.
single chapter.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Ooh, I'm hyped. Very excited.
Just flopping it around. Oh,
Okay.
so.
I want to go to my bed now.
Yeah, Zoe needs sleep.
Yeah, Zoe needs to go to bed,
And read.
and that too. So we will see you the first weekend of March
March.
on Kelsey's channel for
Woo-hoo.
Zodiac Academy.
Time yet to be decided.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yes.
But I'll be there.
Yeah.
Kelsey will be
socks.
there.
All
I'm
right.
so excited.
So
Perfect.
we will see y'all.
Bye.
Bye.